Hello and welcome to Across Louisiana. My name is Steve Sawyer, your host for the show, and we appreciate you taking time to be with us. We've got a great show lined up for today. Kelsey Jones will be here with the Bayou Rum Company. We've got Kleo Blue, who is Faux printing, and it's going to be talking about an incredible fishing event that some children can take part of. Erin Deballion is here with the American Cancer Society. She's a volunteer, and she's a chairperson for an upcoming event we're going to give you some information about. And our good friend Todd Murphy, who is president of the Jefferson Chamber, will be joining us today. We've got some exciting things happening at the Chamber and a second annual motocross race that you can be a part of. Again, Steve Sawyer, we're very happy you joined us. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana. We're very happy to have you joining us today. And with us in the studio is Miss Kelsey Jones. Kelsey is with Bayou Rum. And Kelsey, thanks so much for coming in here. I'd love to be able to say thanks for the samples, but we've not been able to sample these, unfortunately. And
wait till after the segment.
Yeah, I think we'll do that. But talk a little bit about the distillery and Bayou Rum, because we were talking off camera. It's a very fascinating story about Louisiana and how it ties into the distillery and everything.
Yes, absolutely. Bayou Rum is made locally in Lacassine, Louisiana, which if you head up I-10 is between Lafayette and Lake Charles. It's also locally owned and operated. It's a really great Louisiana product. Right now we're making Bayou Rum Spiced and Silver. It's our two rum expressions. These are completely unaged rums, but for unaged rums, they have an amazing taste. We all use all Louisiana resources that go into these rums. So we go down to Patouville and get our sugarcane from M.A. Patou and Sons. It's like a third generation sugarcane operation. We also use, well, aside from the molasses, which is your base in all rums, we also use unrefined cane sugar, which gives our rum a really creamy, unique taste.
Louisiana cane sugar?
Yes,
so
absolutely.
Are all the products right here in Louisiana?
Yes, they are. Except for the most part. On the spiced, we do have some seasonings that we had to bring in from out of state, but almost everything we've sourced locally.
Now, is that the only distillery in Louisiana?
There are several other distilleries in Louisiana. There's Old New Orleans Rum right here in New Orleans, and there's Donna Pelche in Thibodaux, Louisiana. Okay.
Let's talk about Tales of the Cocktail that's coming up, I believe, on July 17th.
Yes, next week. We are so excited as a first-year product to be involved with Tales of the Cocktail. It's just a really great event to bring your local brand and experience a global audience, too. We'll be involved in various ways. We have 4 events. So we have a tasting room. Troy Landry will be there with baby alligators, and we have local bartenders from around the state. You'll also be able to learn how to blow a duck call in our tasting room. So it's a really great Cajun Louisiana experience.
A little rum, and I can blow a duck call pretty good.
I bet so. We also have a spirited dinner on Thursday the 18th at Grand Isle. We have a special tasting menu, 4 courses and a specially crafted cocktail to go with each course. We have a street side tasting. We're calling it gator tailing. We'll have our old 1957 Chevy out there and slinging drinks from the back. And then we also will be at Meet the Craft Distillers, which you'll be able to meet our master blender and master distiller. Now,
this will all take place at?
It's all in and around New Orleans. Mostly the base is at Hotel Monteleone, but some of the events are elsewhere in the city.
Now, is this a fundraiser, or, I mean, does this cost money to come to this event, or is it free and open to the public?
You do have to buy tickets, which are still available at talesofthecocktail.com. For our spirited dinner, reservations are made through each restaurant. So we're with Grand Isle, and you can just call the restaurant and say you'd like to make reservations for our spirited dinner.
Okay. Now, if I wanted to purchase Bayou Rum, different places across the state that I can purchase that, or is it only in one small area?
Yes, we are statewide, which is really exciting because we just launched July 1st. We've had a really great response to our rum, so we are statewide. Rouses, we're in every single Rouses across the state, and we'll be in more stores soon as well.
Oh, and our office is right next door to Rouses. So
perfect.
I guess I'll be going over to Rouses tomorrow. Kelsey, your website is www.bayourum.com, and any and all information that you want to find out about Bayou Rum can be found on that website,
Yes.
and the event as well that's coming up on July 17th.
Exactly. Also visit us on Facebook and Twitter. We post up-to-date happenings around the state and new stores and restaurants that you can find our rum at.
Kelsey, that is great. Best of success to Bayou Rum. Best of success to your upcoming function. Please come back to the show and tell us
Anytime.
how it went, and bring some more samples. Kelsey Jones with Bayou Rum. A big supporter of Cox 4 and Cox 4 Sports is Brian Harris in Slidell. And we've got a little feature on Brian Harris right now that we'd like to show you. But most importantly, we'd like to say thanks to Brian Harris for all the support he gives us right here at Cox 4. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
We have a wide selection of vehicles here. We have a well-trained staff that can tell you all about the features and benefits on the vehicle. We have all the vehicles posted online with photos. You can call us up directly, and you can come visit us at any time from 9 to 8 or 9 to 7 on Saturdays.
What's nice about us, we have BrianHarrisAutoplex.com that you can go on, you can search for your vehicle, you can build your vehicle, you can pick out your specific vehicle, and then you can get the pricing all in one stop. You can email us, we can set up the vehicle to be clean and ready for you when you get here. We can have everything pre-approved before you ever walk into the dealership. Your time is important to us. We understand you don't want to spend 3 or 4 hours in the dealership. We try to make the process as simple as possible. Come in and pick a vehicle up. And we're located right here in Slidell, so if you want to drive out from New Orleans, LaPlace, Covington, Mandeville, we're not very far away, right on the interstate, exit 263 in Slidell. We're going to take you through a process of asking you questions. We're not going to be a dealership that's going to just come in here and hammer you to purchase a vehicle. We're going to make sure that we pick the vehicle out that's going to be best for you and your family. We try to narrow down between, car, truck, or SUV, and see what features are most important to you. If it's safety features, if it's space, if it's gas mileage. Try to answer all your questions. Some dealerships try to avoid your questions. We try to answer as much as we can to make you feel comfortable with your purchase. It should be a relaxed and easy decision to make when buying a car. Buying a car should be fun. Because happy customers come back and purchase again and again and again, and we're going to be here for the long term, and we want them to be here for the long term.
What I do is after the guys meet and greet customers and choose a car and they get the paperwork ready and they agree upon numbers, I'll actually take care of the final paperwork, handling of money, making sure all the documents are correct. What we're here to do is to ease the selling and buying process. So we're going to actually take them through a step-by-step delivery of the paperwork and make sure they have a clear understanding of everything they're signing. We do have a lot of lenders that can help improve your credit, get you established. We have some special programs on the new cars and on the used cars to help people get the lowest interest rate possible. And people with good credit, we have 15 lenders that compete for your business, so you get the lowest interest rates out there. We have probably like 14 different banks that we deal with. And so we can make the process real quick and simple here. We can get everything done in a timely manner and get you in and out with the lowest rate possible. After the customer purchases a vehicle, we introduce them to our service department and let them meet the service writers so they're comfortable meeting people when they come in. And then when the customer comes in for service, we do everything in our power to make sure that they're treated with respect and as fast as possible. We want to service them, get them in and out of here. We understand that we're not happy when a car breaks, and neither are they, so we don't want to have them take up as much time as possible. So.
I have approximately 25 people between parts, body shop, service department, service consultants, 10 technicians, 3 in the body shop. We do a lot of intense online training, computer-based training, and a lot of hands-on training with General Motors and with Mazda. And it's ongoing every year. New models, there's new training. Our technicians go to New Orleans downtown for training. They go to the GM training facility in New Orleans. They go to the Mazda training facility in Louisville, Texas. I mean, there's a lot of training that they do, and it's ongoing, it's constant. Our prices are as reasonable as any place. If you compared our prices here to the independent shops, a major tire manufacturer, independent shops, stuff like that, they're very competitive. And once again, if you're bringing the car in for your regular maintenance, we're going to catch something, hopefully, that may arise that may still be under warranty during the manufacturer's warranty period. So we want to get those issues taken care of while the car is still under warranty. That's what they're trained to do their inspections on the car and see if there's anything that needs attention. That's very important.
The whole management team here and the sales staff, we all believe the same thing. It's not about how much money you make per car. It's about how many cars you can sell that one person. I mean, profit isn't the only thing we're here for. A lot of dealerships, that's all they're here for, and we're not. We're here to sell them the next car, their kids' cars. That's what we're here to do. We're right off the interstate on the service road in Slidell. So if you're looking from New Orleans, Mandeville, Covington, LaPlace, we're easy to get to. Just come right out. You can see us from the interstate. We're open Monday through Saturday. Sales is open from 9 to 8 every day, and service is open from 7 to 6 and 9 to 1 on Saturdays. Our website is brianharrisautoplex.com.
And welcome back to Across Louisiana. Very happy to have joining us Mr. Kleo Blue, who is the co-owner of Faux Prints here in Metairie. Kleo, thank you so much for being on the show. We appreciate having you. Now, we're not here to talk about Faux Prints. We're going to talk about an exciting event you guys do with an upcoming rodeo that I think takes place on July 24th?
25th, 26th, and 27th.
And it's the Wish to Fish event with the Miracle League. Tell us a little bit about the event and what you've got going on.
That's correct. We're in our 15th year of fishing rodeo out of Venice, Louisiana. But I'm here not only to speak about and promote the rodeo, I'm here to promote a special event within the rodeo where we bring 20 special needs children from the Miracle League fishing down in Venice with the Wish to Fish Foundation and Hotard coaches. We bring 20 kids from New Orleans, special need kids, again, from Children's Hospital and in the Miracle League, down to Venice, and we put them on guided tours, guided boats for fishing. We have 10 guides out of the Venice Marina that donate their time, their food, their fuel, and their craft, and bring these kids fishing and give them an experience of a lifetime.
And that's a part of, it's a separate part of the rodeo that's taking place, right? It's just kind of something that takes place during the rodeo itself.
During the rodeo. We have it's in our 15th year. We had 160 boats fished last year, so we up to about 800 to 1,000 participants.
Wow.
It's a great event down in Venice, Louisiana, and this is just a very special part that touches many that don't have the opportunity to do what we take for granted.
It's great that you guys do this. How do you select the kids? Is there a process for doing that?
The kids are all selected through the Miracle League.
Okay.
Gina at the Miracle League determines, you know, what kids are capable of going on the boat, withstanding the Venice heat for a couple of hours during the day, and they all bring a chaperone. We have 2 kids per boat plus a chaperone, but parents come down on the Hotard bus and sit and enjoy Venice and wait for their children to come back to the dock. That's
phenomenal that you guys do that. Talk about Wish to Fish and how you can get more involved in that aspect of the program.
Wish to Fish is an organization that a good friend of our family's, Danica Williams, started in 2006 just to get kids, underprivileged kids off the streets and out from behind the TV sets and video games and get them out on the water and teach them how to fish. And fishing is an expensive habit, and we luckily have 10 guides that donate their time and their fuel, and they're
That's
special. Yeah, and these kids come back with a smile on their face that's second to none.
Yeah, and your website is fauxpaslodge.com, so all the information on the event would be on the website, how I can participate. Is there a fee to enter for the rodeo?
Yes, sir, there is a fee. It's a $40 fee per person to enter the rodeo. With that, they get a ton of rodeo swag to go with it, and they get a great time. We have multiple parties and multiple events down in Venice that go along with the rodeo. It's really a good time.
Is it like a contest for largest fish, most fish, or a little bit of everything?
There's plenty of ways to win, but yes, the largest fish. We have 9 different categories with multiple different species that you can enter, and it's again our 15th year, and we attract about 160 boats to 170 boats every year. And it's turned into a very good event.
Does the event ever come close to selling out? Do you have a sellout point, or?
We don't have a sellout point. We did keep it called an invitational just in case it got to the point where it outgrew the Venice area.
Yeah.
And we're on the bulge of places to stay and boats to fish and different things in Venice. So it's getting close.
Yeah, and listen, Kleo, it's with the Wish to Fish. That's fantastic that you guys do this, and thanks to the guys in Venice for volunteering their time. I can't imagine the smiles on these kids' faces when they come off these boats. That's phenomenal.
We get plenty of gifts from CCA, igloo coolers. They give the kids, each kid gets a cooler, each kid gets a rod and reel. Danica with Wish to Fish really does a good job explaining and teaching them the craft of fishing.
We're going to have you come back on the show and talk about the success of the event eventually, but thank you so much for taking time to be here. Kleo Blue with Faux. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have a representative from the American Cancer Society join us. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana. We're happy you joined us today, and we're very happy to have Erin Deballion here, who is with the American Cancer Society, and most important, you're a volunteer. So first and foremost, thank you for volunteering for this wonderful organization. And you've got a big event coming up that I believe is called the Bells and Beaus Ball.
We do.
And I was told you're the chairperson for this.
Yes.
So you got elected to talk about it.
Exactly. This is the 13th annual Bells and Beaus Ball, formerly known as the Hope Gala, and it will take place Friday, September 27th at Mardi Gras World. And
great place to have a party.
it should be a fun time. And prior to this event, we will be holding the Patron Party, which is where we will announce the top 10 belles and the top 10 beaux who will be presented at the ball. And the top 10 belles and beaux are people in the New Orleans area who contribute a lot of time and effort toward the fight against cancer. They, some are survivors, some are caretakers, others are healthcare professionals, and some are just avid supporters for the American Cancer Society.
Now, do they know they're being selected, or is it a surprise?
It's a surprise to them. They will be revealed at the Patron Party. And
so it could be anybody at the party?
It could be anyone at the party, correct. And the party takes place at the Shops at Canal Place on Thursday, July 25th, 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. And it is an event that's open to the public. So they'll have complimentary food and beverages and music. And at that, they will announce the top 10 belles and beaux. The sponsors for that event are the Shops at Canal Place, obviously, Morton's, the Steakhouse, BP, and East Jefferson General Hospital.
Good sponsors.
Right, great sponsors.
Now, I want to say congratulations, because the American Cancer Society is celebrating its 100th birthday. We don't want to talk about that, but just a congratulations for that.
Absolutely.
Your website is NOLA Bells and Beaus Ball.org. We'll put that on the screen. So can I find any and all information about the ball that's on this website?
Any and all information about the ball will be on the website. Anything from silent auction items, sponsorship information, purchasing tickets, and then just any extra information, entertainment, food vendors. We will have 5 top chefs that will be there serving food.
And this is all free, open to the public?
Oh, that's the ball.
Oh,
the Patron
okay.
Party is free and open to the public. For the ball, the tickets just went on sale in July, $75 a piece.
Okay.
So far,
All
and then
for the
each
American
month
Cancer
it will
Society?
increase, and it will go up to $150
Okay.
at the door.
So buy your ticket now.
Buy your ticket now.
Okay, now how did you get selected to be chairperson of the event?
I've just volunteered with the American Cancer Society, and they asked me if I would like to do this, and I said absolutely. It would be a great honor.
Have you been chairperson of a previous event, or is this the first one? And
This is my first one.
you think you'll do another one? We'll put you on the spot here on TV.
I think I would love to do another one.
All right. Erin, thank you so much for being on the show. Best of luck with the upcoming ball. Thank you again. Volunteers are such special people, and to do what you do for such a wonderful organization takes a lot of time, commitment, energy, and we thank you for volunteering. I know it'll be a great success. We'll have you come back on the show and talk about the ball and how everything worked out.
All right, great. Thank you for having me.
All right, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have Mr. Todd Murphy, who is the president of the Jefferson Chamber. He's going to join us here in the studio. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana. As always, we're very happy to have our good friend, Mr. Todd Murphy, who's president of the Jefferson Chamber, join us. And Todd, you are now officially our most repeated guest, and I'm very happy to announce that because when we told you to come on as much as you want, you took us up on it.
Absolutely.
And again, I just, you guys at the Jefferson Chamber, congratulations. You are doing a wonderful job. You yourself have come in, and I really mean this when I say it. You've taken that organization to new heights.
Well, thank you.
The luncheon that we were a part of today, I mean, that was incredible. You had Michael Heck from Greater New Orleans, Inc., Jerry from Jedco, and Stephen Morey. I mean, talk a little bit about the luncheon. And I know as the show airs, the luncheon already happened, but the important thing is the Chamber's growing, and it's things like this and economic development that drive this growth.
Right. Oh, absolutely. Economic development doesn't happen without support from the business community and, of course, government itself, the elected officials. And so we work very closely with who we call our partners, Jerry Bologna at Jetco, Michael Heck at G&O Inc., Stephen Morey at the state level. They do an incredible job working together, and we come in and help, not in direct economic development, but hopefully we help in policy making and help sometimes to give cover and to move things along a little quicker so that we can develop a better business environment for businesses in Jefferson Parish and throughout our region.
And I think the great thing is, and it was brought up at the luncheon, is you guys work together well. Ben Johnson with the New Orleans Chamber, I mean, all you guys just work together so well. It's like, to me, it's almost like for the first time ever, everybody's on the same page.
Sure. It starts with relationships and communication. And so we have done, I think, an excellent job of all being on the same page, of communicating. I think you're going to see a lot more of that as we move into future legislative sessions. I think you're going to see a lot more relevance from our organization, particularly, and working with other economic development organizations and other chambers of commerce.
And I think as a chamber member, and Cox is a chamber member, I think members would agree they're really, really getting the bang for their buck out of membership with the chamber, especially with an event like today.
Well, I appreciate that. And you guys are not just a member, but one of our champion investors, and we appreciate that.
And all right, so let's talk about the second annual Grand Prix Motocross that's coming up.
The chamber last year started this Grand Prix go-kart race at NOLA Motorsports. The West Bank of Jefferson Parish is just such an important part for Jefferson Parish, and it started with the expansion of the Hugh P. Long Bridge. You've got a $70 million motor park there. So
Which is incredible.
It's incredible.
It's incredible.
So we thought this would be a great way to bring people out to the motor park to see what it's all about. We don't do the car racing, obviously, but we do the 64-mile-an-hour go-kart race. And it's a relay race, and we're expecting a great turnout. And information on that is at jeffersonchamber.org.
And is this like a contest between companies, or
yes?
How do you treat this?
You can enter as an individual, but we will probably have about 25 teams of 5, and most of those are companies. So you'll have the Atmos team and the Cox team.
Yeah.
And, all these different companies, and last year we had several elected officials participate, and really just a fun event. We'll have some food and beverages, and for spectators that just want to come out and watch, really a great event.
This is your second annual. How did last year go?
Last year we had, I think we had about 20 teams, and so this year we think we'll go to at least 25.
And I do want to touch, because I've been out there, I do want to touch on one thing. This is not your granddaddy's go-kart.
No, it's not.
This is incredible.
No, this is very professional, all the safety gear. There's instructions beforehand. You have to sign a safety waiver. I had 2 go-karts as a kid, and I don't think I could, even with fooling with the governor, I don't think I could get them to go more than about 30 miles an hour. These things are 64 miles per hour. Yeah, so it's a real deal.
Everybody always talks about, have you ridden the go-karts? And like, there ain't no go-kart.
No.
This is a race car.
This is a race car.
This is a race car.
It's a lot of fun.
Todd, thank you so much for coming on the show. And again, we'd love having you come back, because I know we got a golf tournament coming up that we want to get you to talk about. We'll have you back on the show. But most importantly, congratulations to you and what you're doing at the Jefferson Chamber. You're really doing a great job.
Thank you.
And on behalf of a Jefferson Chamber member, I want to say thank you for the focus and the commitment that you really put into that. You've been watching Across Louisiana. Join us next time. Have a great day.